When this week started, those of us who are thoroughly disgusted with the actions of the Anthem protesters thought we had a hero. The former Army Ranger turned Steelers offensive tackle Alejandro Villanueva was seen on the field, standing with his hand over his heart for the anthem when the rest of his team was nowhere to be seen. The former soldier's actions were hailed as a bright spot in the otherwise dreary landscape of ungrateful players and teams. The reaction of his fans was phenomenal, and the die-hard NFL fans who'd been burning jerseys and season tickets joined in the rush to buy his jersey. Whether Villanueva's actions were intentional, or some sort of well-timed accident, the athlete was beaten into submission by his teammates and coach, and later apologized for throwing his team under the bus. The damage is done, and many veterans and football aficionados had their faith in him damaged. Villanueva, however, is doing something to at least try and make amends. CBS Pittsburgh reports that he's donating all the proceeds from his jersey sales to military groups. This is something he's done in the past, but with the way the sales skyrocketed, some vets groups will be receiving a much-needed windfall. Steelers fans have been divided over the team's decision ever since, but there is a positive angle. In the aftermath, Villanueva's jersey became the top seller in the league. According to ESPN's Adam Schefter, Villanueva is donating all proceeds of his jersey sales to non-profits that benefit the military. Earlier this week, Villanueva apologized for unintentionally throwing his teammates under the bus by not standing with them in the tunnel. To say that Americans were crushed to see one of their recently military heroes buckle under pressure and apologize for respecting the flag that he served under would be an understatement. Villanueva has some major ground to cover if he wants to gain that respect back. However, listening to him, it's obvious that there were outside factors at play. "I've made Coach Tomlin look bad, and that is my fault and my fault only," he said. "I made my teammates look bad, and that is my fault, and my fault only. And I've made the Steelers also look bad, and that is my fault, and my fault only." On Tuesday, Coach Mike Tomlin said there was no need for Villanueva to apologize. "I don't know why Villanueva was apologizing. He had nothing to apologize for. I guess he feels like he brought this upon us somehow and that's a shame," Tomlin said. Tomlin also explained that the decision to stay in the tunnel was done in an effort to not make a political statement. "We just decided that we were going to sit it out, that we weren't going to play politics. We were going to come play the game," Tomlin said. The means of doing that was to stay in the tunnel and to not have a demonstration of any kind when the anthem was playing and then take the field and go play. It looks as if the Steelers were trying to push their players into not respecting the flag, but one soldier did it anyway, and now the team has been caught in the middle of a PR nightmare and they're trying to get out of it. It's obvious by listening to this soldier's statements that he's not a troublemaker. Villanueva may well not have even know what he was doing when he made it out onto the field. He may have just thought the timing was off and that the team didn't hustle themselves out fast enough and they had to pause. But he did what came naturally to him, he stopped and covered his heart. The fact that it wasn't a political statement to him, doesn't detract from the fact that it was a knee-jerk reaction of someone who put himself in danger to protect you and I and that flag. Earlier Tuesday, Steelers president Art Rooney II issued a letter to fans saying the decision was not intended to be a boycott of the national anthem. "I want to reach out to you, the members of Steelers Nation, based on what I believe is a misperception about our players' intentions in not taking the field for the national anthem in Chicago. The intentions of Steelers players were to stay out of the business of making political statements by not taking the field. Unfortunately, that was interpreted as a boycott of the anthem, which was never our players' intention." What the Steelers president is saying is that instead of asking his team to be respectful to their teammate and every other soldier, sailor or airman who's served in our military, they basically told them to stay in their room and be quiet until the controversy passed. That may or may not be okay with you, but making a former service member feel shame for standing and covering his heart for the flag is disgusting and anti-American. They shouldn't have pressured him, and he shouldn't have apologized. But there is no great tragedy without some small gain. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then please subscribe to my channel.